Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next game in the 1977 National League Inside Pitch replay. Pick one game a day and play it. Let the computer sim everything else, the strat computer that is. But I try to pick what I think is the most intriguing game of that particular day. So today we're on April the 16th. We find ourselves in St. Louis, the Pittsburgh Pirates and the St. Louis Cardinals. John Candelaria on the mound for the Pirates and Eric Rasmussen on the mound for the Cardinals. They're using Cardinal colored dice since they are the home team. There you see the benches and bullpens for both teams. Starting lineups pretty standard for each of the teams. Nothing really outlandish that I can see on the starting lineups, except Lou Brock is getting the game off against the lefty. They're going to use Joel Youngblood in left field to lead off. That's the only maybe slight thing. The other thing is that Willie Stargell's on the injured list, so he is not even on the roster right now. He is injured. So Bill Robinson is playing first base in his place. Hello, Brian B. So those are the only two things I can think of. Is that the biggest note is that Willie Stargell is on the disabled list, so he will not be available for this game. All right, Rasmussen facing Frank Tavares, and we're underway. 1-3, and that is a possible error on a throw. 5-3, and that's a ground ball to second. That's a 10. Second baseman Kessinger is only a 9, so there will not be an error on the throw. Kessinger will make the good play, and he avoids the error. One away, and here's Omar Moreno. That's a 5-4. That's a possible error on a ground ball. 5-4 again, ground ball to first. We're looking at the first baseman, Hernandez. He's a 5 error rating. That's a 9, actually, because the dot's over here. So Hernandez will field it and flip to Rasmussen covering for out number 2. So quickly, 2 up and 2 down go the Pirates. Here in the top of the first, I'm actually scoring the game on the strat computer as we are playing it. And now that brings up Big Dave Parker. Gave him the thumbnail, try to give him the thumbnail, what's the right word for it? I'm trying to think of. Thumbnail karma. That's the word I was trying to think of it. Put him on a thumbnail, try to give him some karma. 1-3, another possible error. Boy, I'm hitting these possible errors all over the place. 2-5, that's a single to center field. There is no throw to make an error on, so it will just be a single for Dave Parker. 2-out single, his attempt is a 5. That's 7, he cannot go anywhere. That'll bring up left fielder Al Oliver. It's a 1-1. That's a strikeout chance. 10 is too much. We go to Oliver's card. 2-1. Power result to right field goes to 17. That's a 15. That'll be a triple for Al Oliver. Look at it again. 2-1 is a power result to right. Against right-handers, 14 to 17 is a triple. That's a 15. So a 2-out rally by the Pirates, a single by Parker, and now a triple by Oliver. And the Bucks, the lumber company, lead it 1-0. That'll bring up Bill Robinson. Rasmussen to Robinson. 3-1 strikeout chance got him. And that will end the inning. But the Pirates get the run on the RBI triple from Al Oliver. The end of half an inning to play. It is Pittsburgh 1 and the Cardinals coming to bat. Of course, the Cardinals leadoff hitter is in a Mets uniform, and that's Joel Youngblood. Hello, Chuck. So Youngblood facing Candelaria, 5-6, wild pitch. So nobody's on. So it's not going to be a ball 1. It's going to be a blank. That's the only thing from version 4 that I'm taking to version 3 is this particular play right here. So we go to Youngblood's card to finish. Just saves a roll, that's all. 6-6 is a ground ball to short, and Tavares makes the play. So 1 away. Takes us to Gary Templeton. 3-6, that's another possible error, this time on Pittsburgh. That's a 20, though, so there won't be an error. 5-1, single to short, so we're not going to have a possible error. It's a we're not going to have a single. We're going to have a speed check because there is no error available when you. That's one of the rules. So we can do a speed check on Templeton. He's a 4, 1 to 4. He beats it out for a hit. 5 or 6, he's out. He is out, so he gets thrown out by Tavares. 2 down. Hello, Ron. And that'll bring up Tony Scott. 6-5. That's a strikeout chance. 15 too high against a left-hander, not against a right-hander, but against a left-hander. 1-3. It's a fly to center. It's a 1-2-3 inning for John Candelaria, the Candyman Can. He gets 3 straight outs to end the inning. At the end of 1, it's Pittsburgh 1 and St. Louis nothing. We go to the top of the second for Rennie Stennett, second baseman, followed by Phil Garner. And then Ed Ott. 4-4, and against a right-hander, that's a strikeout chance. 12 is too high. Go to Stennett. 6-4, and that gets another split chance here against the right-handers, a ground ball to third. So handled by Reitz, 1 away. And that will bring us to Phil Garner, scrap iron. 5-3, split chance again. Strikeout to a righty, but 20 is too much. We go to Garner. 2-2, ground ball right back to Rasmussen for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down for Ed Ott, catcher. 3-3, and that's a pitcher result against a lefty. 1 to 8's an automatic out, but that's a 12, so it's blank. Go to Ott. 5-5, power result to left field. 1 to 19, that's a 17. We got Ed Ott with a triple. How do you like that? Ed Ott just pulls a triple in. He is a cookie cutter card. Again, a little frustrating, but he is facing a righty, so we can live with it a little bit better. 17 is a triple for Ed Ott. 2-out triple for Ed Ott. He had 3 triples actually in real world, so not out of the question for him to get a triple. So he's at third with 2 outs. For the pitcher, Candelaria, pretty good hitter at 225 hitter. That means that's very good for a pitcher. Rasmussen to Candelaria. 6-4, and against a lefty, that's an automatic out. And the automatic out will be a ground ball to third to end the inning. So the triple doesn't produce any runs. And we go to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0 Pittsburgh. St. Louis on a Saturday night. Here an inside pitch. Candelaria will be facing Anderson, Simmons, and Hernandez. 2-1, and that is going to be a blank to a right-hander. Go to Anderson. 5-1, ground ball to first. I can't answer that, Chuck, because I don't watch modern baseball. So I don't even know who's playing or who's on what team or anything. So the only thing I know for sure is Juan Soto got overpaid by the Mets, and I love it. Here's Simmons. Couldn't happen to a better organization than the Mets. 5-1 pitcher result. Simmons switched to batting right-handed, 1 to 16. That's an out. It will be a fly to left, 2 down. So 2 away, and that's going to send up Keith Hernandez. (5-2) strikeout chance, 9. Hernandez only strikes out of 7. Stadium even takes 2 away, so there's no strikeout there. Whoops. So Hernandez will swing it. 3-2. He flies to right field to end the inning. So Candelaria 1-2-3, bottom of the second. At the end of 2, it's 1-0 Pirates. And due up for Pittsburgh, it'll be the top of the order: Tavares, Moreno, and Parker. 4-3 is a blank. We go to Tavares. 3-4, and that's a fly to center field. Hauled in out there by Tony Scott, one away. And another speedster, Omar Moreno. 5-5, that's a blank to a lefty. 5-3, power result to left field against a right-hander goes to 11. That's a 7. That'll be a triple again, another triple. Look at it again, 5-3, power result to left against the right-hander, 6 through 11 is a triple. That's a 7. So the third triple of the game by the Pirates in 3 innings. They are a triple machine. The infield is going to have to play in for Dave Parker. Infield is in. 5-6, strikeout chance, 5, got him. That was a huge strikeout. Strikeout number 2 for Rasmussen. Now the infield can revert to normal for Al Oliver, who, speaking of triples, had an RBI triple in the first. Rasmussen 6-4. That's automatic out to a lefty. So Rasmussen will get out of it. And it's a fly to right to end the inning. So again, the triple goes for naught. And it remains a 1-0 ball game. Hello, Ben. Candelaria coming back out. We're going to try to avoid the circles in the sand tonight if we can. No notification. That's kind of weird. All right, here, YouTube does strange things, so I can't tell sometimes. Here's Reitz. 6-1, strikeout 12, too high. Go to Reitz. 1-2, fly to left. So 1 away. We'll bring up Mr. Kessinger. 4-2, and that is a blank. Go to Kessinger. 4-4, it's a fly to center. 2 down. A lot of fly balls off the bat of Candelaria. And as you look on his star line, all 6 star lines are fly out. So he's definitely a fly ball pitcher. However, on a ground ball double play, he's a +1. So go figure. Seems kind of counterintuitive, but I don't do the ratings. I just play the game. All right, here's Rasmussen. 5-2, strikeout obviously gets him. First strikeout for Candelaria. And nothing doing for the Cardinals. We played 3. It's still 1-0 here in St. Louis. Never heard of that Belinda Carlisle song. Of course, I'm not a Belinda Carlisle fan necessarily. I like a couple of the Go-Go songs, but I don't know a whole lot about Belinda Carlisle by herself. The only reason I know about Circles in the Sand because it was in the soundtrack of GTA 5. That's the only reason I know about that one. Seemed very out of place in that video game, but that they had it. So here's Robinson, 2-4, and that's a blank. Go to Robinson. 5-5, and that's a split chance. It's a ground ball to short. 1 away. So could we have another pitching duel like we had this afternoon in season ticket, like the low-scoring games when I can get them? 4-1, that's a blank. We go to Stennett. 5-4, star 3, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. Reitz will handle it, 2 down. And that will send us to Scrap Iron Garner. 1-6, that's a blank. 2-5, fly to right. 3 up, 3 down, go the Pirates. Bottom of the 4th, 1-0, still our score. Top of the order for the Cardinals, Joel Youngblood taking the place of Lou Brock in this game, who's getting the game off, presumably because Candelaria is a lefty. So here's Youngblood. 2-2, and that's an automatic out versus a right-hander, and the automatic out is a fly to center. 1 away. Youngblood is retired. Here is Gary Templeton. 2-2, and that's another automatic out because Templeton is a switch hitter batting right-handed. So the same result, 2-2, results another automatic out, this time a fly to the left. 2 down. And that will send up Tony Scott. 2-4, and that's a possible error on a ground ball. That is a 1-2. It's a fly to center, no ground ball error to worry about, and the inning's over. Yet another fly ball out. At the end of 4, still 1-0. 1-0 our score. Robert, I've had a couple people watch these games and say how they're a little confused and whatnot, and I've been trying to lead them to your demo games in the past to watch and learn. So hopefully they're taking advantage of that. But all right, here's Ed Ott. He tripled his first time up. 5-2. That's a ballpark card. First time going to Busch Stadium the entire game. Took to the 5th inning to do it. So we're going to Busch Stadium. 2-6. That's a fly to center, and that's going to be the first out of the inning for Ed Ott. And here's Candelaria. 1-1. That's a strikeout chance, and he got him. 2 down. Second strikeout for Rasmussen, and here's Taveras. He's 0 for 2. 5-6, strikeout again, and he got him. So both pitchers trying to outdo the other. It's still 1-0 going to the bottom of the 5th. Candelaria will be facing Anderson, Simmons, and Hernandez to start the bottom of the 5th. Well, I mean that's a month away, but I've been pushing him and maybe another person over to your demo games of the past to be able to watch it and go through it. But people are going to do what they want to do, I guess. I'm just making suggestions. 4-6 range play at the park. We're going to Busch Stadium for a range play. 1-3. It's a star 1. Fly to left field. So we're checking the range of Oliver. He's a 4. And he makes the play. Another fly ball out. Anderson is retired as Oliver makes the catch. 1 down for Ted Simmons. 2-3, and a switch hitter batting right-handed. That's a straight-up home run chance, and he's a 19. That's a 13. It is gone. So not only is the no-hitter and perfect game gone, but the shutout is gone too. We are tied at 1 apiece. Candelaria had a perfect game, retired the first 13 he faced, but Ted Simmons, look at it again, 2-3, split chance. Simmons a switch hitter, straight up home run. He's a 19, that's a 13. So Ted Simmons has tied this game up at 1 apiece. And now here's Hernandez. 3-6, that's a possible error. 3-6 again, fly to center, but that's a 15. There will be no error on that. Center fielder Moreno's only a 5. So yet another fly out by Candelaria. 5-2, strikeout 19, too high. We go to Rietz's card. 4-3, it's a ground ball to second. So how about that, a ground ball out? That's a novelty. But the inning's over. The home run from Simmons ties this game up at 1 apiece after 5. Yes, Lou Brock is on the bench. That is correct. He is available, but is not starting because of you got to blame the St. Louis manager, not me. I'm using as play lineups. So blame Vern Rapp. He was the manager in 77. If he's still alive, you can blame him. But right now, Now, of course, he'll be available to pinch hit, pinch run, whatever is needed, but right now he is on the bench. So here is Omar Moreno. 1-4, that's a range play. Go to Moreno. 5-6, that's a single to left, but it's a range play, and Joel Youngblood taking the place of Brock is a 4. And he makes the play. That's a play that Lou Brock would not have made. Lou Brock is a 1. So that would have fallen in for a base hit. But Youngblood says, not so fast, my friend. Here's Parker. 1-5, that's a blank to a lefty. 1-6, that's a fly to right. 2 down for Al Oliver. He has tripled and flied to right. 3-2, that's a hit by pitch chance. He's a 5, plus 2 is a 7. That is a 7, so he gets plunked. Hit by pitch. Oliver with an attempt of 5. Does not get the lead. Here's Bill Robinson. He's 0 for 2. 2-6 is a walk plus, so first walk issued by Rasmussen. All of a sudden he's losing control as we got a hit by pitch and a walk. And that'll bring up Rennie Stennett. Four, 5, and that's the ballpark card going back to Busch Stadium for the ballpark result. 3-2, and that's a single to right field. We'll see if Oliver can score. Right fielder arm is Anderson. He's a 0. The runner on second, Oliver, is a 3, but with 2 outs, it becomes a 4. And when you single to right field, to score from second, you add 1. So we got the 1 on the chart, 0 on the arm, and the 4 for the speed. So that's a total of 5. So 1 to 5, and he will score. And he does. So RBI single from Rennie Stennett. And I believe Robinson, since we rolled a 2 here, you can correct me on this, RJL, if I'm incorrect, but we rolled a 2 to check the lead runner. But to me, Robinson, who's on first, should get third because he's a 2 with a speed of 3. And from first to third, you get even more than that. So to me, that he should take third base on the throw as well. Just makes sense. But it's an RBI single from Bill Robinson, and the Pirates reclaim the lead. Oh, and I messed up on the computer. Let me fix this. I got behind on the computer. So good thing we have the undo button. I didn't put the walk in there. So now Stennett gets the single. So first and third, 2 outs, a 2-1 lead now for the Pirates. Attempt is a 7 for Stennett. And he gets the lead with a 3. So 12 plus 2 is a 14. Simmons is a 0. 1 to 14, he steals second base. And he does. Stolen base for Stennett. And now he's in scoring position where a single by Garner could bring home 2 runs. In fact, it's almost guaranteed to bring home 2 runs. First base is open, but I don't think you want to pitch to Ott. They're going to go ahead and go after Garner. 6-5 is a blank. We go to Garner. 5-3 is a fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. So just 1 run for the Pirates. It could have been worse. Rasmussen maybe gets away a little bit lucky there, only giving up the 1 run. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, 2-1. Now the new score. Rasmussen is set to bat second this inning, but I still think it's 1977, not 2025. So I do think it's a little bit early to pinch hit here. Kessinger to Candelaria. 6-5, that's a strikeout chance. 18 too much. We go to Kessinger. 4-2, and that's a power result to center field against a lefty. It goes to 15. That's a 2. It's a base hit for Kessinger. And what that now does is allow the pitcher, of course, Rasmussen, to bunt. Sets up perfectly for a bunt. A little strategy first of all. All right, no wild pitch or balk or any of that stuff. All right, so Rasmussen's going to bunt, but Candelaria's going to pitch first. 4-4, that's a hit by pitch chance, but there's no chance of that. So now we're going to the bunt chart. We are going to a bunt chart. He's going to drop to a 1 because the corners are in. So we're going to a 1. So a 1 to 8 is what they need. It's going to be fielded by the first baseman, Robinson. But he needs a 1 through 8 to have a good bunt. 11, and that's the lead runner. So they get the lead runner on that. It's going to go 3 to 6 on the fielder's choice bunt. So he could not get the bunt down. And Kassinger is out 3 to 6. So that'll bring up Joel Youngblood. Rasmussen at first. Whoa, hopping dice. Let's re-roll that for Candelaria. 3-1. That's a ballpark card going back to Busch Stadium for Joel Youngblood's at bat. 6-6, single plus to center field, so Rasmussen automatically gets third. Youngblood's a 3. Moreno's a 0. So 1 to 3, he turns this into a double. 4 or 5, he holds. 6, he might be out. That's a 1, he makes it. So this will turn into a double for Joel Youngblood. And runners are at second and third. Tyne runs at third. Go ahead runs at second with only 1 out, and Gary Templeton is your batter. They're going to play the infield in. They're playing the infield in. Candelaria to Templeton. 1-2 is a strikeout chance. 11 too high. Go to Templeton. 5-6. That's a single past third base. So scoring is Rasmussen to tie the game. RBI single from Templeton. Youngblood will take third. He cannot score. He will take third. And we have a tie game. 2-2 is our score. Tie game. And now we have strategy for Templeton to try to get the lead of 1 to 5. He does not get the lead, so he will hold on there. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Infield looking for the double play. And Candelaria pitching to Scott. 2-6. That's a possible error on a throw. Possible error on a throw. Two six again. Double to left field. Tony Scott with a double. That will score Youngblood. That's a 3, so this is going to be an error on Oliver. So that means Templeton will score automatically. And Scott will take third on the E7. Pirates falling apart here at the end. Double plus an error. I don't think the Strat computer is going to let me even do that. Oh, there is a double plus error. There we go. Okay. Scott goes to third. There you go. The error is on the left fielder, Mr. Oliver. And we got a 4-2 Cardinal lead. 4-2 Cardinal lead. Coming up is Anderson, followed by Simmons, and then Hernandez. Candelaria had it going there for a while, but now he's just kind of starting to bite the bullet here. Infield is in. Candelaria to Anderson, 4-4. That's a hit by pitch chance, but not going to be hit by pitch. Go to Anderson. 4-6, and that's a power result to right field. Against the lefty, it goes to 15, but that's a 16. So it's a fly ball to right field. We're checking for a sacrifice fly. He is a 0. So we check again for the runner, Scott, who's a 4. And the right fielder in this case is Parker. He's a -2. So a 1-2, and Tony Scott will score. He does. Sacrifice fly to right field has put on another run. And it is now 5-2 Cardinals. 5-2 Cardinals. Here's Simmons with the bases empty and 2 down. 5-5 is a strikeout, 15 too much. We go to Simmons. 2-3. It's a fly ball to left field to end the inning. But an Abraham Lincoln 4-score inning gives the Cardinals now a 5-2 lead after 6. And that will be all for Candelaria. He's scheduled to bat second this inning, so they will pinch hit for him. And we'll look at the bench and see who they might want to use. They've got 2 left-handers, Delaney and Kirkpatrick, if they want to go that route. But Delaney is only a 136 hitter, so it's kind of hard to use him. Kirkpatrick's only 222. But I think you got to play the percentages with the lefties. So they're going to go with Kirkpatrick to pinch hit. Even though he's in a Milwaukee uniform, I'm going to go with him anyway. So Kirkpatrick will be coming on to pinch hit for Candelaria. And the relief pitching is undecided depending on if they score any runs to make it closer or not. If it stays a 3-run deficit, they won't bring in one of their better guys. They'll probably bring in Odell Jones or somebody. Or actually, with Hernandez coming up, they might bring in a lefty Jackson. So we'll see. But it depends on what they do this inning. So Ed Ott will lead things off. That's a 4-5, and that is the ballpark card going to Busch Stadium. 3-6, and that's a ground ball right back to Rasmussen for an easy out number 1. And now here's Kirkpatrick, the pinch hitter, in his Milwaukee garb. And at the end of the half inning, we will have the complete line on Candelaria to finish him up. But Kirkpatrick is your batter. 2-6, walk plus, and he will walk. 13 minus the 2 is an 11, but the plus is a 21. So even though it's a 20, Kirkpatrick will walk. So Kirkpatrick is on. He actually has an attempt. The strategy rolls are still on. He has an attempt of 3. Nothing's going to happen there. So now we move on to Tavares. Five. That's a strikeout chance. 14 is too much. This is batter 28, so he will be tired after this. 3-5. That's a single to right field by Tavares. Kirkpatrick runs at a 3. Right fielder arm is Anderson. He's a 0. First to third on a single to right, you gain 2. So that's a 5. 1-5, he'll make it to third base. And he does. So runners are at the corners now, and that's going to probably be it right there for Rasmussen, as he has now reached fatigue. And the Cardinals don't want Rasmussen to suffer the same fate that Candelaria just did. So Rasmussen will come out. There will be no double switch. They're going to reliever just to try to get out of this inning. So there will be no double switch. And they will bring on Buddy Schultz, a left-hander. Buddy Schultz, the left-hander, will come on. And he'll be facing Moreno with runners on the corners and only 1 out. Buddy Schultz, the left-hander, saving Rabowski for the 9th if they can still hold the lead. So Schultz is in. Hello, great Mr. Ernest. Good to see you. All right. Buddy Schultz in to pitch to Moreno. With a 5-2 lead, the infield is looking for the double play. And Schultz is a +2 on that double play. Let's see, Tavares can get the lead here. That should probably get him the attempt. It does. His attempt was a 12, makes it a 14. So he's a 16, 0, and 0. 1 to 16, you got to send him. And he's 19, gets caught stealing. How about that? Wow. Took a chance and it didn't pay off. Trying to get the runner in scoring position and avoid a double play, and it just did not pay off. That is out number 2. And now it's up to Moreno to get it done against Schultz. With Kirkpatrick at third and 2 outs now. Two 5, and that's an automatic out for a lefty. So Schultz does the job, and that's a ground ball to short to end it. So Pirates had something going, but boy, that caught stealing really took the starch out of them. And the Pirates will need a new pitcher. It is 5-2 still. Schultz, that's it for Schultz. He's done. So let's get the totals here. Schultz only faced one batter. He did pitch 2/3 of an inning, though. Rasmussen went 6 1/3. So let's figure out who the Pirate pitcher is. Then we can get the box score to tell us the updated stats on everybody else. It's Hernandez, Reitz, and Kessinger. So you got left-right switch. Pirates, I believe, are going to a left-hander again, but we'll double check it. Yep, Grant Jackson. Grant Jackson, the left-hander, is going to come on. Candelaria goes 6 innings, but we'll get the totals on him in just a second. So we'll bring Grant Jackson into the game. And now we'll go to the box score and get all these updated numbers to finish off these pitchers that have already completed their outings. Candelaria, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 of which were earned. No walks in the strikeout. For Rasmussen, he goes 6 1/3, 6 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Schultz, 2/3 of an inning with nothing. So Grant Jackson is your pitcher for Pittsburgh. 5-2 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 7th. And you know what the bottom of the 7th means? That means take me out to the ball game. All right, 7th inning stretch is in the books, and we are ready to move forward. It'll be Hernandez facing Grant Jackson. 5-3. That is a strikeout chance. Hernandez, 7. That is a 1. I know it's the white part there is gone out of there, but it is a 1, so he will strike out. It brings up Ken Reitz. 4-2, and that's a strikeout chance again. 15 too high. We go to Reitz. 3-4, and that's a power result to center field. Against lefties, it goes to 19. That's a 9. It will be a single for Ken Reitz. Single by Reitz. His attempt is a 1, but I don't think he's going to go anywhere. He is not. Here's Kessinger. 1-2. That's a home run question mark. Switch hitter batting right-handed. It's a 1-15. That passes, but Kessinger has no home run power, so we go to Kessinger. 5-5, and that's a fly to left field, 2 down. And now we'll get a pinch hitter for Schultz. And we'll see who's on the bench to hit that's right-handed. Looks like the best option is going to be Mike Tyson. Bring in Mike Tyson to pinch hit. So Tyson will hit. For Schultz. Tyson against Jackson. Strategy roll, nothing happening. 4-5, that's the ballpark card going to Busch Stadium. 3-2, and that's a single to right field, so Tyson comes through with a base hit. Parker is a -2 arm, don't forget. Reitz only runs at a 1. With 2 outs, it becomes a 2. But the -2 takes away that first to third thing, so it's a 1-2 only. That's as far as he's going to be able to get, is a 1-2. They'll try it. Can't get there. He's got to hold up at second base. That big arm of Dave Parker put the kibosh on that. And now that'll take us to Joel Youngblood. And now the Pirates are wondering if Grant Jackson's going to stay in there any longer. He's given up 2 more hits than they wanted to. So I believe we're going to make the call to the bullpen for a right-hander this time, as Grant Jackson couldn't get it done. They will go to the submariner Kent DeColvey. Kent DeColvey will be on. Pitch for the Pirates. Facing Joel Youngblood. I would pinch hit for Youngblood, but they're up 5-2, and he's a good defender, so I'm not going to get him out of there, and we'll leave him in the game for his defense. And actually, if you look at it, he's not even rated for left field. He's rated for right and center, but I'm still going to keep him there because if he's that good in right and center, he's got to be that good in left. So I just happen to notice that. But so DeColvey facing Youngblood. 2 outs and 2 on. Make sure I've got DeColvey in the Strat computer before I go any further. DeColvey, there you are. All right, so DeColvey against Youngblood. Strategy rolls are still on. It won't be after this inning's over. 1-3, possible error on a throw. Youngblood. 2-5, that's a single to third base. There's really no throw to make because nobody can advance. So it's just a single, and everybody goes up 1 base. But there is really no throw on that. So bases are loaded. And Gary Templeton, your batter. Cardinals looking to blow this game open. Templeton can do it. Colby trying to prevent it. 2-3, and it's a ballpark card again going to Busch Stadium for the at-bat of Templeton. 3-1, ground ball to second, and that will end the inning. So after all that rigmarole, the Cardinals don't get any more runs. It stays 5-2 as we go to the 8th, and the Cardinals will need a new pitcher. Let's do the numbers on Jackson. Jackson pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits but nothing else. Did get a strikeout. DeColby's going to stay in the game, so we're not going to finish him off just yet. But the Cardinals do need a new pitcher. It'll be Moreno, Parker, and Oliver, 3 lefties in a row. And since we're in the 8th inning, no reason not to bring out the Mad Hungarian, Al Raboski. Raboski in to try to close the deal, pitch these last 2 innings. He'll be facing Parker, Oliver, and Robinson, 2 lefties and a righty. Let's bring in Raboski into the Strat computer and get him started with Omar Moreno. 5-2, top of the 8th. Actually, Moreno was made the last out. My bad. It's Parker, Oliver, and Robinson. My bad. Parker, Oliver, and Robinson. 4-3, and that's a blank for Raboski. Parker, 4-4. That's a ground ball to second. And there's 1 away. 1 down, and here is Al Oliver. 1-6, strikeout 12, too high. Go to Oliver. 1-2, pops it up to third. 2 down. And that brings up Bill Robinson. 3-1, strikeout 12, too high. We go to Robinson's card. 6-3, fly to right. 1-2-3 inning for the Mad Hungarian. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Score remains 4-2 St. Louis, or 5-2 St. Louis even. 5-2 is the score. DeColby only faced 2 batters, so he's still good to go. He's going to face Scott, Anderson, and Simmons here in the bottom of the 8th. 4-1, strikeout 10. 2 is going to get him against the righties, 15, so he's going to get him. 1 down. Here's Mike Anderson. Not a very good hitter, but good defender. You got a 5-2 lead. You keep your defense in there. 4-3. That is a potential walk to a right-hander. 17, though, is too high for that. Go to Anderson. 3-5. That's a fly to center. 2 down. And that will send us to Ted Simmons. To Colby, to Simmons. 3-4 is a blank to a switch hitter batting left-handed. Simmons 2-5. Star 5 is a ground ball to second. And that's going to end the inning. So last chance for the Bucks. As we go to the 9th, it's a 5-2 ball game, and the Mad Hungarian trying to finish it out and save it for Mr. Rasmussen. It'll be Stennett, Garner, and Ott, the scheduled hitters, but we might be seeing some pinch hitters possibly. Although I don't know who the pinch hitter would be for, because Stennett's a 336 hitter. Garner's 260 and Ott's 264. I really don't see anybody else on the bench that's that good for the Pirates. I'll double check it, but well, Fernando Gonzalez is 276, but there's not a whole lot else there. So if it gets to the pitcher spot, they'll have Fernando Gonzalez pinch hit, but you got to get there first. That's 4 batters away. So top of the 9th. Hello, Colin. Good to see you. So Raboski can face 6 batters. He only faced 3, so he can face 3 more before he's tired. Here's Stennett. 5-6. That's a range play at the park. So we're going to Busch Stadium for the range play. 1-3. It's a star 1, which is a fly to left. So the left fielder range is Youngblood. He's a 4. And he makes the play. 1 out. And that will send up Phil Garner. Scrap iron. 2-2, range play. 5-6, fly to left. We're checking Youngblood again for another range check. And again, he's up to the task. 2 down. And it's Ed Ott, the batter. 5-2, strikeout 10, too high. We go to Ott. Whoa, hopping dice. Let's re-roll that. 3-5, and that is going to be a fly to center, and the ball game is over. Al Raboski, 6 up and 6 down in the 8th and 9th innings. A perfect save for Raboski. 2 innings and nothing else allowed. He gets the save. Rasmussen the win. Candelaria the loss. 5-2, your final score here from St. Louis. And we'll go to the box score and get all the totals. For the Cardinals, 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. For the Pirates, 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. Cardinals left on 3, Pirates left on 6. Home runs in the game, Ted Simmons hit the home run that broke up the perfect game. And then after that, all heck broke loose in the 6th inning. I'm not sure who you give the player of the game to, though, because it's kind of, do you give it to Rasmussen? I mean, I don't know. Nobody on the Joel Youngblood had 2 hits. He's the only one that had double hits for the Cardinals. But 2 for 4, that's okay, but it's not anything really to stand out. So I'm at a loss as who to give the player of the game to. Maybe Rasmussen. Maybe Raboski pitched 2 innings to get the save. I don't know. You can make your own pick, I guess. Yeah, Ben, he's a left field clinic, and he's not even rated for left field. How about that? He's rated for, like I said, he's rated for right field and center field. But he did start this game real world in left field. But he's not rated for left field. But I just kept, since he has the same ratings for both righty and center, I figured left would be the same. Shouldn't be any different. So that's what I kept it as. And that's what he was able to hold on to. But the Mad Hungarian gets the save. And the Cardinals win it by the score of 5-2. As we look ahead to the next game in this project, we will be at Shea Stadium for the Chicago Cubs against the New York Mets. That's the April 17th game. Bill Bonham against Tom Seaver from Shea Stadium. And that will be the next game in the inside pitch circuit. Would probably end up being Tuesday night, I'm thinking, because Monday night I don't, every other Monday night I'm not available to play. And tomorrow, any game I play tomorrow is going to be Stratomatic, Oakland and Detroit. So probably looking at Tuesday night for this Cubs and Mets game on the 17th. That's a good one there, Brian. People question why they benched Lou Brock, but really, Youngblood 2 for 4 with a couple of nice range plays in the outfield. So maybe we do give him the player of the game, even though he is in a Mets jersey. Give him the player of the game. How about that? Makes that nice and easy. So Cubs and Mets will be the next inside pitch ball game. And like I said, most likely will be Tuesday night that's going to happen. I can't promise anything, but I'm thinking if I try to keep my schedule, I got one more week of a work schedule. So if I try to keep that, that's kind of what I'm going at. And there are your benches and bullpens if you want a quick update on benches and bullpens for that game, along with the starting lineups. You can see who's available and who's not and so forth. So, and we'll have Mike Phillips on the bench for the Mets in his Cardinal uniform. So, because remember, Cardinals traded Youngblood to the Mets, or the Mets traded Youngblood to the Cardinals for Mike Vail. I mean, for Mike Phillips. So Phillips went to the Cardinals. Youngblood went to the Mets on the trade later in the season. Don't know what when that trade was. I didn't look it up. But anyway, that's the next game in the season in the inside pitch. And of course, the next game for Stratomatic tomorrow, either in the morning or at night. I'm not sure which it'll be. It'll be the Oakland A's and the Detroit Tigers. Frank Tanana against Kurt Young, a couple of lefties going at it from Tiger Stadium. So thank you all for spending part of your Saturday evening with me, watching me play inside pitch. And like I said, for anybody that needs help with inside pitch, I would definitely check out Robert's slow playthroughs. Best tutorial I know of to watch it in action, rather than having somebody go through and tell you how to play it and go through all the rules and stuff like that. I think the best thing to watch is the game itself in action. Watch a slow replay. If you get confused or anything, pause it, back it up, rewatch it. And then after all that, if you still have questions, you can always email him or let me know, and if it's a specific question, I'll try to answer it best I can. But there are a lot of guys on here that know inside pitch better than me. Ben knows inside pitch quite well. I believe Brian B does as well. So several guys out there know inside pitch very, very well. But anyway, that's going to do it from here. I know hockey's on a respite until next week, so it is the Edmonton Oilers and the Florida Panthers. I believe they said it's a rematch from last year, so that's kind of interesting that both teams made it back again. See what happens on that. I'm not a hockey fan, but hey, it's the finals, so I'll probably watch at least some of it. So that's going to do it from here. Hope you all enjoyed that presentation of Inside Pitch. Till next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I'll see you all down the road.